Cassandra from Mobile Om Yoga, and I'm so grateful to have you joining me for this free Monday night yoga practice brought to you from our friends at the San Antonio River Authority. So today I am a few steps away from our usual hosted location at the San Pedro Creek Culture Park to feature this courtyard here at the San Antonio's Christopher Columbus Italian Society. So it's a really cool looking space here, just a few steps away from the creek walk around the creek. So if you get a chance to come out and explore downtown, I invite you to come and take a walk by this amazing space that is a celebration of the Italian culture and heritage that has been here in San Antonio. So thanks again for making this a part of your Monday evening. I'm so grateful to have you joining me for this virtual class. We're going to begin in a seated position on your mat. So go ahead and come down into the seat and cross your legs in whichever way feels comfortable for you, and take a moment, perhaps move your blessings out of the way to get yourself nice and grounded here today. Before we begin, just take a moment and kind of get the wiggles out of your body, maybe rolling your shoulders, rolling around your head, maybe taking a big stretch, get it really long through your spine. And then we're gonna exhale and come down into a seat, hands on the knees and eyelids closed. Take a moment to begin tuning in to your own breath within. Notice the natural depth of your breath. Perhaps inviting it to get a little bit deeper here. Finding more space in the chest and the lungs and the belly. Notice what the breath feels like moving in and through you. Using it to really begin to slow down your minds as you anchor into this moment, your container. Making that breath big, full, and deep. We're going to take a pranayama or a breathing practice here to help us go a little bit deeper into this mind-body connection, this space of presence. Go ahead and open up your eyes a moment and I'll introduce this pranayama. I'm going to have you turn your palms over, and you can choose to do this part of it, or you can leave your palms down and just take the breathing part. This brings a little bit of mudra or hand movement with the breath. So this particular breath that we're going to work with is called a box breath. So the reason it's called box breath is because we're going to be creating a box type shape with 4 different parts of this breath. Each part will be equal in length. We're going to do them each to a count of 4. And this breath will take advantage of the inhale, the pause at the top of the inhale, then the exhale, and that pause at the bottom of your exhale, creating that full square of breath. So if you want to follow along with the hand movement, as I'm counting out that breath, 1, 2, 3, 4, you will move your index finger with 1, your middle finger with 2, your ring finger with 3, and then your pinky finger with 4. All right, so go ahead and find your seat again. You can close your eyes, take a couple of breaths back into your container. And then you'll get completely empty, and with your next inhale, we'll begin. So inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause for 1, 2, 3, 4. Now exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale again for 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding that inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Now exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Suspend that exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Suspend 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Suspend for 1, 2, 3, 4. Come back into a natural breath as you inhale, maybe flipping your palms back down. And just notice if you feel a little more present, a little more open, just how you're feeling in your body here. With your next inhale, go ahead, open up your eyes. Stretch all 10 fingers straight up towards the sky, finding length from your sit bones to fingertips. As you exhale, we're going to bow forward, bringing the hands to the ground, letting your forehead bow down towards the chest, letting your head melt. Try to keep your sit bones rolling down towards the mat. Inhale the heart a little longer. Find some length in your spine as you exhale. Maybe you fold a little bit deeper over your legs. On your next inhale, begin to rise all the way upright. Bring the hands behind you and just switch the crossing of your legs, bringing your opposite shin in front now. Re-grounding through those sits bones. All right, now we'll take an inhale, reach all 10 fingers up to the sky. We're going to move it over to the right. As you exhale, find a side body stretch. As you inhale, come up through center. As you exhale, this time move it to the left side. And then moving with your breath, inhale up through center, exhale over to the right. Inhale up through center, exhale over to the left. One more, inhale up through center, exhale over to the right, and then stay this time. Really wake up your left fingertips and reach them long, and see if you can ground back down into your left sit bone. Navel can draw in towards the spine as you reach a little bit longer and stronger. And then on your next inhale, reach the right arm to the sky, and exhale, take it to the left side. Leaning over into that side body stretch. Try to keep that right sit bone connected to the ground as you stretch a little more, waking up the right fingertips, waking up your navel towards the spine. One more breath here, in and out. Inhale, go ahead and come all the way back up to center. We're going to twist now. As you exhale, right hand behind you, left hand to your knee. Take an inhale, get nice and tall. With your exhale, use the left hand on your knee to twist open. So just like that, again, inhale, get a little more length from sit bones to crown, navel towards the spine. Exhale, twist yourself out. Maybe the chin begins to come over that right shoulder. One more time, inhale, get a little taller. Exhale, twist it out. And then inhale, come back to center, switch sides. Exhale, left hand behind you, right hand to your knee. Get taller on your inhale. With your exhale, ring it out. Another inhale to root down, rise through the crown. And then maybe as you twist, you look over that left shoulder with your chin. One last inhale for length. Exhale, twist it out. Inhale, come back to center, 10 fingers to the sky, forward fold here, over that opposite leg, bringing your arms down, bringing your forehead down towards the chest, breathing into the back of the heart. And on your next inhale, begin to come upright. We're going to make our way into child's pose now. So you can roll over the shins or take them to one side. Make your way towards the back of your mat with your knees nice and wide, hips towards the heels, fingertips walking out to the front of the mat, forehead comes down to the ground. Ground your breath into this new container, a few long, deep inhales, and those complete surrendering exhales to meet yourself here. One more breath in and out. And then with your next inhale, pressing in through the palms, begin to lift yourself into tabletop. Now using that breath to find movement in the spine, we'll inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, finding a cow back. Exhale, tuck the chin and round it out, finding that cat spine. So again, inhale, drop your belly, lift up the gaze. Exhale to tuck and round. Again, inhale, belly moves towards the floor. Exhale to tuck and round. On your next inhale, we'll come into a neutral spine. Bring the left hand into the center of the mat. We're going to take a few rounds of thread the needle with our breath and then pause in that stretch. So we'll inhale here, reach the right arm up. And with your exhale, thread it through without coming all the way down. So we'll do two more like that. Inhale, reach it up and open. As you exhale, thread that right arm under. Last time, inhale, reach it up and open. As you exhale, thread it under. This time you're going to bring the right shoulder down to meet the floor. The right side of your head is supported by the ground. Re-engage through the tops of your feet and shins. You can keep that right arm reaching out, left hand planted, or left hand to the sky, or maybe around into a bind towards that right hip. Breathing in and out, nourishing the space in your spine that perhaps can get super tight and stagnant. If you took the bind, begin to unwind. We'll root into the left hand on your next inhale. Unravel that right arm up to the sky. As you exhale, go ahead and bring the right hand down. We'll take it to the other side. Inhale the left arm up and open. Exhale, reach it under. Inhale, reach your left arm up and open. Exhale, reach it under. One more time, inhale, reach it up and open. Exhale, come under all the way down onto the left shoulder, onto the left side of your head. Right hand can stay grounded. Re-root down through the tops of the feet, the shins, the knees. Maybe that right arm stretches high to the sky, or you reach around for the bind here. Take a few long, deep breaths in and out. Your next inhale, reach the right hand back to the floor if you took the bind. Rooting into that right hand, we're going to lift up and open up through the left side. And then as you exhale, bring the left hand down. Walk your hands forward a bit. Set up for your downward dog. Tuck your toes. Let your hips lift up and back. As you find your first downward dog, find a bend behind the knees as you press your heart a little further back towards the legs. And then maybe you walk out your legs a bit here, bending one knee, pressing the opposite heel down. And then finding neutral spine, both heels rooting down, keeping that micro bend in the knees, continuing to let the weight of your body and the heart press back towards the legs. Take one more deep breath in here. Exhale, empty out. And take baby steps and come all the way forward into Uttanasana, our forward fold top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, stretching the heart out long. Exhale into ragdoll. Let the knees bend generously. Let the forehead or the crown melt to the ground. You can reach across here and grab opposite elbows. Maybe swaying out Find some free form movement here. See what feels good. It's called ragdoll because we want to create that effortlessness. We want to counteract all the places that we get tense and tight and tender. So find a little more movement here, maybe shaking it out and seeing if you can feel the spine beginning to decompress a little bit more. And then go ahead and release your fingertips down to the floor. Walk your feet a little closer together. We're going to inhale, find a flat back. So bring the hands onto your shins or up to the thighs as you really pull the heart long, belly coming into support. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, we're going to reach all the way up to the sky. Stretch your fingertips high, upward salutes. Exhale into Tadasana, hands by your side. Take a moment here, feeling the feet rooting down beneath you into the ground. Feeling your container, your body rebounding that strong foundation up and finding growth. Just like a flower growing towards the sun in the beautiful springtime here. Finding that rooting and that rising sensation. Rooting into what it was that brought you here today. And rising up into that space of possibility for creating whatever you want for the rest of this practice. All right, on your next inhale, if you close your eyes, open them up, and let's take a big stretch back up into an upward salute. And with your exhale, forward fold, softening behind the knees as the fingertips come to meet the ground. Halfway lift again, hands to shins or the thighs, reach the heart long. Exhale, plant the palms down, step your feet back, finding a high push-up or high plank, and take a couple of breaths here. So notice how you feel, how you react. It's a challenging pose. If you're finding it hard to breathe here, you can drop your knees. That's always an option. Again, you're in control of your destiny here. So be mindful of your experience. All right, take one more breath in. And then bring your belly down to meet the floor as you exhale. Uncurl your toes. Keep your hands rooted down next to your rib cage, tops of the feet down. With your next inhale, we're going to lift up into Cobra. Just squeezing those elbows in, almost like you could lift your hands off the mat. You want minimal effort in the fingers, really waking up the back body here. As you exhale, go ahead and come back down forward. And then take your hands back beside you, palms facing down onto the ground, like you're in a little backwards V. So this is going to really help to wake up those back muscles here. Many of us tend to have more hunched spines or forward postures if we sit at a desk or sit in a car or lounge on a couch. So we're gonna work those muscles to help counteract that here. So with your inhale, just like Cobra, begin to lift your chest up off the mat. Keep your hands rooted down. Really begin to roll the shoulders up and back. Now you're going to begin to lift your legs off the mat. To really fire up here, imagine you have like a marble underneath your belly button and try to zip your belly button up like you're trying to create a hollow space around that marble. And then breathing here. Long, full, and deep. One more inhale and exhale. And then go ahead and release yourself down. Use your next inhale to bring your hands back onto the floor. Exhale here. Now we're going to come back into Cobra again. Inhale, lift up using those back muscles. And then press into your hands. See if you can come a little bit higher. And then exhale, lower belly to mat. On your next inhale, make your way into downward facing dog. Lift your hips high up towards the sky. From your down dog, take a deep inhale. Soften the knees, soften the heart, exhale. And on your next inhale, look forward. Take your feet back to meet your hands at the top of your mat to complete your first sun salutation. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let it go, fold down. On your next inhale, we'll reach all the way back up, finding that upward salute. And then exhale, bring your hands by your side, stand tall in your Tadasana. One more time, a little quicker, one breath, one movement here. Inhale, reach up, fingertips to the sky. Exhale, take it down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, finding that flat back. Palms meet the floor as you exhale. Step into your high plank. Same exhale, lower all the way to the belly. On your next inhale, wake up the back, coming up into cobra. Exhale to lower, and then downward facing dog, hips to the sky. Waking up within your container, take a few breaths here as we really start to get moving. Notice the vitality that you're cultivating here, that connection to your life force. And take one more breath into fullness here. Exhale, emptying out. And then look forward, take the feet to meet the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. We'll complete this round by inhale, reaching all the way up to the sky. And exhale, hands by the side, finding your Tadasana. All right, adding on a little bit. We're gonna sit into chair pose. Take your hips back, hands can come to your heart. Pressing palms together, continuing to wake up the back body. Squeeze those shoulder blades back. Weight into the heels and hips. You can keep the hands at the heart. They can always reach up next to the ears. So pay attention to what you're experiencing here. Soften the shoulders. Take the corners of your mouth up to your ears. Have a little bit of a good time here. You chose to be here, right? Take another breath in. And then as you exhale, let it go. Flood the heart down over the legs, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back. Know that every time we take this vinyasa, you can skip it, come straight to down dog. Otherwise, flow through and find your truest, freest version, free from suffering. Finding that space of vitality. All right. From your downward facing dog, begin to root into your left leg and reach that right heel straight up back behind you. Press really actively like you're trying to step your foot onto a wall or some solid surface behind you. As you press into both hands equally, take one more inhale. As you exhale, bring your knee up towards your nose, round your back. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, reach that right heel straight back. As you exhale, knee to nose, round the back. All right, inhale one more time, reach that right heel back. This time, exhale, knee to nose, and we'll pause here. Take another inhale. And as you exhale, step your right foot forward. Left heel flat. We're going to open right up into warrior 2. So that left foot's parallel to the back of your mat, and you're sliding that front knee forward until it comes stacked right over your ankle. Take a few breaths here. Finding your drishti, or that gaze point, right over the middle finger of your right hand. Continuing to sink into that right knee. Now we're going to reach forward with the right hand. Bring your forearm to meet your right thigh. Left arm stacking up towards the sky. Finding a side angle. So you can either stack that left shoulder straight up, or maybe find a side body stretch. Plugging into that left heel, stretching long through the left fingertips. Last option, maybe you straighten the right hand towards the inside of your right foot. And then find yourself in this container. Really get present. Breathe in from the feet. Breathe out through the fingertips. On your next inhale, begin to rise. Keep that right knee bent. Flip the right palm. Reach it up and back. Reverse your warrior. Send the right knee a little deeper. Take one more inhale. Reach those right fingertips back. Exhale, cartwheel the hands to the mat. Option to take a vinyasa as you step your right foot back, or step straight to down dog. We'll meet there. We're taking that to the other side. Inhale, lift your left heel long, pressing long and strong through the left foot. Pressing into the hands equally. One more inhale. See if you can lift your left heel a little higher. As you exhale, bring your knee in towards your nose, round the back. 2 more. Inhale, reach that left heel back. Exhale, knee to nose. Again, inhale, reach it back. Exhale, knee to nose and pause. We're making that transition. Stepping the left foot between the hands, right heel coming flat, warrior two, left side. Gazing over your left fingertips. Finding that drishti, that focus. It's like reining yourself in. Yoga, we're yoking ourselves here so we're not going away into all the directions our monkey mind wants to take us. Drishti with the eyes. Focus on your breath. Bend a little deeper in the left knee. Begin to reach forward. Bring the left forearm to meet your left thigh. Right arm stacking straight up to the sky. Rooting into the back foot. You can stay here or maybe extending that right arm into a diagonal or straightening your left hand to the inside of your left foot. And these last few moments, be with yourself. Be in your container. Breathing in through the feet. Breathing out through the fingers. Root down through your feet. On the next inhale, rise up. As you exhale, reverse your warrior. Bend your left knee a little deeper. Stay here. One more inhale. Reach it back. Exhale. Cartwheel the hands down. Chaturanga or Nataranga. Skip it and meet me in downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in here. And an exhale, breath out. And an inhale, you're going to start to root into that left foot again. Reach the right heel back. This time bend the right knee and let the right knee open up. Left heel sinking down a little deeper. Maybe roll out the right ankle. Wake up the foot. And then an inhale and an exhale to knee, draw towards the nose. Mindfully step the right foot forward back into your warrior two on that right side. This time you're straightening your right knee. We're finding triangle pose. Inhale, reach long through the right arm. Right hand to right shin, left arm stretching up and opening back. So check in on how much weight you're pressing into that right hand. You really want to be minimal, just using that as an anchor. Draw in the navel towards the spine to support you. Begin to open maybe the chin to the left shoulder, or you can ground it down to the right shoulder. Take one more breath in and out. On your inhale, begin to reach up through that left arm. You're going to turn your right foot parallel. Bring your hands onto your hips. Take an inhale. Wrap your elbows back. Lift the heart. Exhale, leading with your heart forward fold into wide leg forward fold. Hands come to meet the floor. Take an inhale. Lift yourself up again. Soften in the knees. Press into the heels like you're trying to spread the heels further away from each other. And with that micro bend in your knees, walk yourself into a forward fold. Hands can walk between your legs. Shoulders come away from the ears. Another place to move your head around. Check in with any tension in the spine or the neck. Taking one more breath in and out here. And you'll inhale, begin to walk your hands underneath your shoulders. As you exhale, hands come onto your hips. On your inhale, rise up with an open heart. All right, transition back into that triangle, right foot forward. Then you're going to take a step with your back foot about halfway up your mat. So we're setting up for pyramid. I kind of like to walk my feet a little wider, both toes facing forward, hips square, shoulders square. Bring the hands onto the hips. As you root into the legs, take an inhale, reach tall through the crown. As you exhale, begin to fold down all the way over that right leg. When you come all the way down, soften in the right knee. Try to square that right hip back, left hip forward as you start to straighten that right leg. Fingertips can come down to the floor. You can support yourself on that right leg. Really strong foundation in that back foot is going to help support you here. Each inhale, draw the navel in. See if you can reach your heart down toward your toes. Each exhale, melt that belly button toward your thigh. One more breath in and out. On your next inhale, look forward in front of the right foot. Begin to bend the right knee. Take your fingertips forward. We're going to step into a standing split. So reach the left leg back. Maybe or actually flex the foot and look back. Bring all 5 toes to face the ground. So it's not how high you can lift it. We want to kind of lift it, keeping that left hip rolling down. So the lift comes from the inside of the left thigh. As you root down through the right foot, see if you can lift a little bit higher. And then as you exhale, bring your left foot to meet your right, forward fold top of the mat. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down, plant the hands. Option to take a little vinyasa here. I'm going to skip it and just step straight back into downward facing dog where we'll meet. Allowing everyone to make it here. Once you've arrived, we'll take a deep inhale and exhale, settle in. And then take it to the left side. Left heel reaching high, bend and open up your left hip. Right heel's anchoring down. Both hands anchored down. Roll out your left ankle, wake it up. Another inhale to open it up here. Look forward. As you exhale, you're going to step your left foot between the hands mindfully, opening up into your warrior 2 on that left side. And then straightening out your left knee to set up for triangle pose. Your drishti stays over that left arm. You inhale, reach long through the left fingertips. Left hand down, right arm opening up towards the sky. Really get connected to that grounding in the feet. The support of your navel coming in towards the spine. And then try to reach out through the right fingertips, through the crown. One more breath in. And breath out. Inhale, begin to rise. We're coming back into a wide leg forward fold. This time, you can reach back and grab opposite elbows or grab onto your own hand. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, begin to lower down. Keep rooting into the feet. If your hands are on the low back, maybe you take them up over your head. Shake your head, yes. Shake your head, no. Taking one more breath here, in and out. Release your hands to meet the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands come onto the hips. And then come all the way up to standing. Turn your left toes towards the front of your mat. Step your right foot about halfway forward. We're setting up now for pyramid on that other side. So you're squaring both hips as your toes face forward, squaring both shoulders. Inhale for length. As you exhale, bow down. Micro bend in the left knee to help you out here. Then try to square your hips, left hip back, right hip forward. Straightening the right leg as best as you can. Fingers can come to the leg or come to the earth. Let the crown of your head melt down. Deep breath in and let it go. One more inhale, heart gets long. Exhale, belly towards thigh. All right, this time we're coming into that standing splits. Inhale, look forward, begin to walk your fingertips forward, root through the left foot, reach that right heel back, turning all 5 toes to the ground. Peek back to make sure even that pinky toe's facing down. And then as you root through your left heel, reach up through the inside of that right thigh, a little bit higher. One more inhale. And then as you exhale, go ahead and bring your right foot down to meet your left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, go ahead and fold yourself down. Walk your feet a little bit wider. And we're going to take it into a yogi squat, bringing your hips down slowly between your heels. Elbows nestle into the inside of your thighs. Bring the palms together. Reach the heart into the thumbs. Find a moment here. Settle into your container. Feel what you feel. Love yourself anyway. And then you're going to take your hands back behind you to make sure the floor's still there. Bring your hips down onto the ground and bring the soles of your feet onto the earth. All right, slowly begin to walk your feet in towards your body. As you begin to lean back on your mat, drawing the knees up and in towards your chest, lifting up the heart. Take an inhale. Maybe you release the hands as you exhale. We're finding our boat pose, a little bit of fire in the belly. Take an inhale and exhale here. And then we're going to slowly come into a canoe as you lower down towards the mat. Pause when you're hovering, heels in your heart. And then go ahead, lower your heels. Reach your arms up, back, overhead. Find a full body stretch. And as you exhale, begin to draw your knees up and in towards your chest. Rock and roll side to side. And then bring your knees open wide. We'll find happy baby. So similar legs to that yogi squat we just took, except now our feet are up towards the sky. Sinking the shoulders down the back. Maybe you rock it out from side to side, giving yourself a lower back massage. Settling into center here. Take a deep breath in and out. You're going to go ahead and release your left foot to the floor. Stretch your right heel straight up to the sky, and you're going to bring your hand behind the right leg. You can keep the left foot on the floor or reach it long for a little bit more of a stretch. You're going to begin to walk your hands up your right leg, nose coming in towards your knee. Drawing that right knee a little closer, nose in towards your knee. If that leg is extended, extend your left leg longer. Take one more inhale here. As you exhale, lower your head. Begin to bend the left knee to the mat. Begin to bend your right knee. Take your right ankle, cross it over your left knee. Finding a figure four and then threading your needle here. Right hand coming behind the right knee. Grab the back of your left thigh or the front of your left shin and gently pull that right ankle in a little bit closer. You can rock your body from side to side. See where that sweet spot is in your container, where you can pause in that sensation. Be with it, breathe with it. Be mindful about choosing to soften what you no longer need to hold on to, no longer serves you. And go ahead and release that left foot to the ground. You're going to cross the right thigh over your left thigh and then begin to let your knees fall over to the left side as you open your arms side to side for a twist. If this is too much in the back, you can unwind the legs. Bring the right knee on top of the left in a stack. Chin can be neutral or begin to look over that right shoulder. Beginning to surrender to gravity here. Next inhale, begin to bring your knees back into neutral. Uncross that right leg. And just let your knees windshield wipe from side to side and settle back into neutral. Bring the left knee in towards your chest. Kick the left heel, straighten the left leg up to the sky. And keep the right foot on the earth or reach the right leg long. Begin to draw your nose up towards that left knee. Walking your hand as close to your left foot as you can. Take an inhale. As you exhale, pull your knee in towards your nose in towards your knee. Another breath in and exhale out. And then lower down your upper body. Bring the right foot to the floor. Bring your left ankle to cross over your right knee in that figure four. Threading the needle, left hand behind, grabbing the back of the right thigh or the front of your right shin, and rocking side to side. Find your sweet spot in this hip, where you can pause and be with and breathe with yourself. Take one more breath in here. As you exhale, release that right foot down, sliding the legs into that cross position and letting the knees fall over to the right as you open up the arms. Maybe the gaze over to the left side. Take a moment to surrender here. Gently begin to bring the knees back into neutral, unwind the legs. You're gonna bring both knees in this time side by side and give yourself a hug. Bring your nose up towards your knees. Remember again why you showed up today and squeeze yourself for being here. Loving yourself for all that you are. And then slowly begin to release into your final meditation, our Shavasana. Heels get wide, feet soft, palms can open up towards the sky. I like to walk my shoulder blades underneath to support my heart being nice and open here. And connect back to your breath and your container. This time, begin to count your inhales to a count of 3 and your exhales to a count of 5. Inhaling to a count of 3 and exhaling to a count of 5. Finding just a little bit of pause at the top and the bottom of each breath. Lengthening your exhales helps to tell the nervous system to calm down, helps to bring yourself back from distraction, from overwhelm, from stress. Take as many more rounds as you need to come down to the space of calm, and then just find a natural, uncontrolled breath as you just melt and enjoy your being here. Taking another moment to think of why you showed up here and how this practice has shifted you. And with gratitude, begin to wake up your fingers and your toes, deepening into your breath. Reach your arms overhead, and as you reach long fingers to toes, maybe you just take a big smile with your face and finding yourself connected to joy of being in this moment with your virtual Omis. As you exhale, draw your knees in towards your chest and your choice of how you make it back upright to a seat. You can rock to the side, take a moment there, rock front to back. We're gonna meet right where we began, finding ourselves upright in a crisscross leg seated position. Palms rooting down onto the legs or the knees. Close your eyes as you arrive and just take another moment to find those sit bones grounded, to find your heart and your crown expanding up and out. Perhaps recognizing the difference inside your container from the same shape we took just a short while ago. Allow the palms of your hands to come together, thumbs in front of your heart. We'll close our practice with the sound of Om. Your choice to just listen and imagine our community being there with you, or take your voice and let your energy hum with us. All right, take a deep breath in through the nose. We'll cleanse it out with a sigh out of the mouth. And then inhale for that vibration of Om. Taking one more moment to connect with that grateful heart for yourself and for those gathered with us this evening. Take your thumbs up to your third eye, acknowledging that seed of wisdom you've nourished within yourself and that same seed of wisdom that exists within each other. From my light, I acknowledge each and every one of you. Thank you for practicing with me and with each other today. Namaste.